If not all the time, then once in a while, you'd probably look at the SWL and think, how did this all originate? It all started with a then 15-year-old experienced ball player. What inspired you to, come up with all of this?
That is a good question. I was a big baseball fan throughout the years, and
Could obviously tell you're Cubs.
yeah, I'm a big Cubs fan. I don't know, 2015, I
Yeah.
would play some Wiffleball with my close friends, and it became a hobby. We would do it, I don't know, at least once a week, and I figured why not make it so that more people could enjoy it, because I really enjoyed the difference that Wiffleball had in comparison to baseball. So,
But how did you come up with all the players and the place where we played, the park?
I got some ideas from the other leagues that have surfaced around the U.S.
So you followed other leagues?
Yes, there are a lot of good leagues out there. There's the MLW, Major League Wiffleball, Palisades, WBL, and yeah, so I saw some of their ideas and we built off of them. We're not the same in any way. We play a lot different, but yeah, some of their ideas like the strike zone, the fence, those kind of came from the other leagues, and they were good additions. And
While Adam was busy organizing the league, I helped him come up with the first SWL rulebook.
What were some of the important rules that played a big impact in the 2017 regular season?
Well, we used to have a black and yellow that looked like a white wiffle ball, and Addison loved throwing those, and that pretty much prevented any home runs from coming out of the fence. Now, the most important rule would have to be the tree rule at Front Yard Park, which is what we would call our old park. So usually when you're hitting, we were standing by a tree, and usually the tree had leaves. And let's say you hit it and it hits the leaves, and it looks like it's going to go out, and it will go out. But if it hits the leaves, it's a foul ball, no matter if it lands anywhere fair or foul. One unique asset of Adams is that he is the only official member of the SWL who is left-handed. Is it weird being the only left-handed member of the SWL?
well, it's a little weird because I rarely face then any lefty hitters or lefty pitchers. I do occasionally because we do have a switch hitter and pitcher. So I get that experience some of the time, but I'm constantly battling righties. And then it's also interesting being the only one that's not as successful on the left side of the diamond. I'm having a hard time playing shortstop, third base. It makes it a little challenging, but I think being a lefty, being the only lefty, made it so that everybody had to do something different when they pitched me, which was a little challenging for them. So,
You look at the numbers right on that notebook paper. Now, they are pretty great, but can you name one thing that made you get those numbers? The ballpark, the pitchers?
I think my overall experience was one of the things that really gave my numbers a boost. 2017 was a year where everybody was kind of figuring something out, and there wasn't, not everybody was used to it. So hitting wise, I was able to find some success there, make some good contact. I knew the strike zone really well just after a lot of reps. Home runs were kind of a surprise. I didn't like the tree, but I think the experience really helped with pitching because I used to be a pitcher in high school.
In the first ever season of the SWL, Adam batted the most impressive .815 average, along with 33 home runs and a staggering 103 RBI in 2017. As for pitching, the Southpaw went 18 wins, 8 losses, including relief appearances, with 2 saves along with an ERA or earned run average with 2.07 in 71 innings pitched. As a manager, he posted a 12 wins, 3 losses record that still has yet to be broken.
So, what was your game plan going into the World Series?
Well, I thought that it would be fairly straightforward. I just had to keep doing what I was doing in the regular season. I had something like a 4-game lead heading into the playoffs. I was 12-3, did not experience much losing. So that was, yeah. I did pretty well all season, keeping the runs allowed to a minimum, and so I just figured that if I kept pitching well, then at some point in time the offense would show up. And yeah, so I think I faced Jace first round. By the time we got there, it was a bit of a surprise. I think I lost the first game, and then the pitching wasn't there game 2, so I needed some help from my friend who was on my team. Rob did the walk-off home run that brought it into extras, which really saved the season. So the regular season was nothing like the postseason, and so my game plan going into the postseason was play like the regular season, but it was absolutely different.
So, what happened in the World Series?
Well,
I know you don't like to talk about it, but what happened?
yeah, it's from doing that good in the regular season to struggling as much as I did to basically stay alive in the postseason. I don't know. I didn't have the pitching confidence, I don't think, especially after the series against Jace. I had to rely on fielding support and hitting support more than pitching, which is something I didn't have to do in the regular season. But yeah, the World Series, I had a 2-1 game lead. It's just some good offense and timely hitting helped us get there, but then it was the same thing that ended up biting us in the butt in the end. It was the other team ended up getting some good hits, and they were able to shut us down when they needed to. And so yeah, it was a good series, and I think it ended the way it should have. It was a good run for Joey on the other side of the World Series. So yeah.
But sadly, in the end, even though he made it to the World Series, Adam fell 3-2 against his best friend. after a successful 2017 season, Adam came up with an idea that could spread the SWL to different places. So, what were your plans in the off season after the 2017 year?
So, the 2017 year was a huge success. Was better than what I thought it was going to be. So, going into 2018, I wanted to basically continue having a lot of fun with Wiffleball. So, I made the 2018 season longer by adding 2 more managers who played regularly last year. And then, so we ended up playing longer. We moved down to the bigger field, which was, I think, a good move in the end because we played the postseason there and we had a lot of fun playing there. Let's see. And then I was looking around in the middle of the off season, and I noticed that there were a few tournaments coming up in the Cedar Rapids, Iowa area. So I thought about it some, and I thought it was a good idea to send the SWL Stars, which is what we name our travel team, down to play some games in those tournaments. We planned to go up to Farley, Iowa. We planned to go down to Coralville. So we were just hoping to spread the SWL. Would help us become a more well-known league and hopefully bring more people into our community.
And did it work?
I'd say so. We met some good people at both tournaments. Got to know Cade Messer, who was the host of the Farley tournament. He was really nice and had us come down. He even provided an extra player for us. We had a lot of fun there. He wants us back for the 2019 season. We went down to the Wiffleball for Wishes tournament, which not only exposed us to another good group of people, another good league, but also some professional pitchers down there. So that was fun. And we met Dave Breon there, who we hope to bring into our league in 2019, and we will play against him in the Coralville Winter League down in the gymnasium. So yeah, lots of fun. We're expanding our horizons to play more wiffleball, which is the goal.
So I was talking with Addison, Amy, and Chris, and I asked them if they think that an expansion era could come where we could become a better league, if they would want it. They all said yes, but would you? Well, first off, do you think an expansion era could come?
It's definitely possible. There's a lot of individuals out there who I think really enjoy wiffleball that would be fun to have there playing. And the expansion era, I think, is coming soon. I think we will find some nice people that would be great additions to our league. I am a little hesitant. I want to make sure that everybody that joins the league knows that it's not a highly competitive league.
And ever since then, we have all hoped that maybe one day, someday, the SWL will come to an expansion era and more people will come and make it a bigger and more outstanding league.
Getting ready. The 1-0. He got it! He got it! Yeah! Yeah! Yes!
That was a good game. Kept it really close. Oh yeah.